William the Conqueror had recaptured York from the rebels. Now he wanted to teach them a lesson for defying him. He began a brutal campaign of destruction to crush any further resistance.
Oh, these are too long cutscenes, I have to escape it. So, welcome back guys, this is Gaming for Life and back with another brand new video. It's more of a walkthrough and less of a tutorial, but I'm happy that I'll be sharing with you these walkthroughs and tutorials on Age of Empires, the latest edition, the Age of Empires 4. So, this is Norman campaign. These are basically the training campaigns, they teach you how to play Age of Empires. These are pretty fun to play, but these are not like step-by-step tutorials on click here, do this, do that. So let's start. So this is first mission, and Henry, I believe the first or the third, I'm not sure, I think the first. So he's now on to his mission to capture the kingdom from, I believe, his brother. We'll find out soon enough. So these are some default groups. So we have spearmen, we have bowmen, and we have a scout and the king himself. And we are about to start our journey on destroying the Rayukes. So you can see the map on the right lower corner.
More reinforcements arrived to join
so
his
the
army.
two cross swords show us our destination. And these are small commands, so you can use control +1, control +2 or 3. So you have to select all these groups and you can group them. So you can group all bowman or spearman or horseman or any other group together, so that you can select them with single click instead of dragging your rectangle around all the soldiers. So let's now move ahead. So what we have to do, we have to move on to conquering the Ryuk's village, and as soon as you approach an enemy's village, what your troops do, they start attacking everybody. And I wish there was a system where you could, prohibit your group from attacking the civilians. But unfortunately it's not. And the way to conquer a village is that you have to destroy each and every building. And particularly those within the circle, the red circle that will be appearing when we'll be moving ahead. So you'll see soon. So we are in the range now and we have to destroy all these groups. So this is pretty much self-explanatory. And we have to guide our groups on the left. So the golden arrow with flag is indicating our destination where we need to move on. So there's a guard tower. These keep attacking with arrows, so we have to destroy these essentially. So let's move ahead and target that. So some buildings, particularly those that are offensive in nature, so you have to right click on them with all your troops selected, and they'll all be attacking at once. So these get destroyed pretty quickly. You do not give them the opportunity to attack you, and we have to keep fighting our way through. We have another guard tower that we have to look after, but yeah, let's take care of that, and then we can march our way through. So that's the bridge which we have to cross in order to reach our destination. So we have to capture the forest village. So that's the secondary objective. It'll help us conquer a village and provide us with means to build our army. So the larger objective is to destroy the Bukes, but this is just one way. So let's not get into this fight because we currently have no means to increase our numbers. So let's get into that circle. So that's the circle I was talking about. So you have to destroy each and every building within that circle in order to conquer that village. So this is the forest village, and Bowmans appeared pretty significant in a group of your army because they help you destroy buildings and the armies quickly. So with all those destroyed, we now have the forest village. Now we can use this to expand and, you know, harvest more resources, including the food, the lumber. So those are the two ones that we'll be needing now. So let's start with the blacksmith. So the secondary objective is to build a blacksmith, which will enable us to research the technology which will be needed to build the rams. You know, rams will be used to destroy the stone fort walls. So we need to build siege equipment, but before that we need to research siege engineering. So what we need to do is select the blacksmith and click on research siege engineering, and it will take its time. So meanwhile, let's see, we have villagers standing idle. So for this campaign we'll be needing food and wood and not the gold or stone. So let's, you know, produce more villagers, and we can get them to work and produce more food and wood. So the research is going on, and what we can do meanwhile, we have a stable. So let's, you know, produce more horsemen, and let's build more farms as the villagers keep coming in. And meanwhile we can research these technologies, when that will increase our food yield. So the researching for siege engineering, research for siege engineering is done, and we can now build battering rams. So these will help us destroy the fort walls. So another of our objective. So you can select your infantry group, and that will enable you to produce rams. So let's get these villagers to work for producing more food, and we need to stock up on food and wood so that we can produce more of our infantry and bowmen and horsemen. So basically build a larger army for attacking. So we are producing our second ram. We have to produce 3 in total. Let's click our town center and see what else we can do. Alrighty, so third one. So what I've done, I have selected all my bowmen, and this way it's quicker. So because many of them are working together to build these battering rams, so it's quicker.
With the power of battering rams, the English army could crack open Bayer's mighty walls.
Right, so what we need to do is, as soon as we attack the fort, they're gonna bounce back and they'll start attacking our premises. So let's build a fort wall, which is essentially made of wood. For now, that is the only thing that is available now. No stone wall, and we are not harvesting stone anyway. So let's capitalize on that, and let's assign some of the villagers to build this wall, and you'll see it will definitely pay off in the future. Alrighty, so we need our forces to take care of that guard tower. so it's quicker, you know. The bowman attacking alone, it takes longer to destroy a building. But if you include your ground troops, which are the spearmen, that is then, you know, infantry, that is more effective because it burns down the buildings. So we can now produce more villagers, while existing ones we can assign them to continue building the fort wall.
Each a worker.
So you just need to right click and then they'll just keep building on.
Each timber theos.
That's it. So we now need to add gate for our troops and our villagers to move in and out of this wall, and we can build the towers,
Yes, understood.
which you can then, you know, man with your bowmen and attack the incoming enemy troops. Alrighty, so let's assign the villagers that are standing idle to build these farms and continue harvesting food. Alrighty, let's build the second one. You know, building your supply chain of food and wood early on, it's really helpful. So we now need to build a barrack which will help us produce bowmen and assign the idle villagers. Alrighty, so let's queue these horsemen and let's wait for the barrack to finish up, as we can queue the bowmen. You know, these will keep on producing while our army marches for attacking on the enemies. So in case we lose our soldiers, we have the queue going on, and that will help us produce more. So barracks help us produce the vanguards. So let's find out our idle villagers and keep building these farms. Doesn't look like we have anyone left. Alrighty, so it's now time to move these battering rams to destroy the fort walls. No need to take your troops along, as these battering rams will do alone enough damage. Alright, so let's now start by attacking that tower, because it's shooting arrows. Battering rams seem to be very strong in terms of taking damage from these arrows being shot at them, and they're doing heavy damage to the fort walls. So we are reaching our population limit, so we need to build more houses so that we can continue producing our army. Alrighty, let's keep making our way. So we are one tower less attacking us. It's about to be torn down. And there we go. It's done. So we have breached the enemy walls.
And Henry's men could now storm the city.
Alrighty, we can attack that.
Made a last stand to defend Bayeux, but Henry would show no mercy in cutting them down and burning their
Guard
city.
tower. So we have our next objective now. We have to destroy the Bayeux buildings. So let's now move on. We have to build more houses, and we will have a population limit of about 150 with that next house built. Alright, looks like our battering rams are in trouble, and I've run out of time to save them, so they have served their purpose. There's no need. So let's now prepare our army and let's march into the enemy gates.
Henry's
So what I need to do, I need to
Bayeux would not go unanswered. And
queue
now his forces braced for an attack by Robert's army.
more military. So spearmen, we need more food. We have enough wood, but we need more food. We'll have to wait a bit. We have all the villagers assigned on producing food and wood. No one is standing idle. So let's attack the friend of these offensive forces first with our bowmen. And looks like we need to extend our wall, so let's take care of these first so that they do not attack our villagers. So the spearmen are standing outside. That's the only way, you know, to get in. And by the time they get in, our bowmen have done their job pretty well. So let's extend this wall,
So long as Bayeux still stood,
and
the city would not give up the fight.
we'll be good to go. So with these troops, let's drag a rectangle and let's march the enemy gates. And it's essential to build the supply chain of food and wood and have some soldiers in queue, because as you move on you'll keep losing your soldiers, so you need to have a system to replenish your supply of not just food and wood but of army. Let's move in, and our forces spontaneously start attacking the nearby buildings, but we need to direct them towards the incoming infantry and bowmen from the enemy side. It's important to stay focused. That's why you need to keep an eye on your army where it is attacking. What I'm doing, I'm moving with my bowmen only. I've left my spearmen at the bottom, because because they get damaged easily and they have to get closer to the enemy in order to attack, and in that struggle and in that process they continue receiving their damage. Bowmen can attack from a distance. So it looks like we are being heavily attacked. So we need to move in these ground troops who can actually have quite an impact in terms of destroying the buildings, as opposed to the bowmen, whose arrows don't do much of a damage to the buildings as they do for the soldiers, enemy soldiers. So we need to destroy that building. It's quite heavily attacking our troops. But we have troops coming from the right side, so as soon as we are done destroying that building, we need to march towards the source of where these enemies are coming from. So we need more forces, and we need to keep a continuous supply so that we can replenish them. I just hate attacking the civilians, and I wish there was some way Age of Empires could allow me to prevent my forces from doing that. But anyways, it's just a game. So let's now march towards more of the important buildings. Let's pull in some more forces that we have produced. So that's what I was talking about, We need a continuous supply of army. So there is some building that is producing these forces. We need to take care of that in order to stop those soldiers from continuously coming and attacking. Alrighty. So we have the company now. Let's select all of them and destroy. I don't see the same red circle, so I wonder how many buildings do I need to destroy. So we have achieved our objective. We have to defeat the Bayuk's defenders yet. So who are the defenders? Are those the ones? Let's attack them and see if there are more to come. So I believe that was it. So we have completed our first mission of the Norman campaign.
As Bayeux burned and the people fled in terror, King Henry basked in the victory over his brother Duke Robert. But Henry would not stop until all of Normandy was back under the English crown.
Alrighty, so I hope you had fun watching this. So I'll see you in the next video. See you then. Bye bye.